In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to illustrate a box at 3 different points of perspective. These 3 different points of perspective are vanishing points of convergence. As I mentioned in a previous tutorial, the horizon line, vanishing points, and converging lines will more than likely be obscured when drawing from direct observation. So to make sense of what you're looking at, it's important to understand what it is you're seeing, which is why I'm going to have you draw 3 different boxes at 3 different eye levels in 3 different points of perspective. Now, because you're going to be drawing multiple lines across your page, I recommend that you use your dual-ended Prismacolor pencil for those perspective lines and use a graphite pencil for drawing the actual boxes. You'll see what I mean. Let's start with 1-point perspective. Begin with drawing a horizon line. 1-point perspective has only one vanishing point. Select somewhere on the horizon line where that vanishing point will be. It can be anywhere along the horizon line. Then draw a basic square or rectangle. From each corner, draw converging lines towards the vanishing point. Now establish the depth of your box and draw the remaining structure. Notice how the box is located below the horizon line. This means that it is below eye level. You can see the top of it. Here's what a box in 1-point perspective looks like above eye level. Drawing a box at eye level usually confuses students because they overthink it. But remember, the process is the exact same. The only difference is that the box is drawn on the horizon line instead of to the side of it. So draw a basic square or rectangle on the horizon line. From each corner, draw converging lines towards the vanishing point. Now establish the depth of your box and the remaining structure. Now let's do 2 points perspective. Begin with drawing a horizon line. 2 points perspective has 2 vanishing points. Select somewhere on the horizon line where those 2 vanishing points will be. These 2 vanishing points will always be on the horizon line. With 2 points perspective, start with a line instead of a square. Now, from each end of the line, draw 2 converging lines towards each vanishing point. Now establish the depth of your box. In order to draw the top of this box, each end corner of the box has to go to 2 vanishing points. So draw the extra converging lines and finish the remaining structure. Repeat this process for the 2 remaining eye levels. When selecting where to place your 2 vanishing points, be aware that placing vanishing points too close together will create distortion. The 3rd vanishing point acts independently from the 2 vanishing points. It's rogue, it's dramatic, it's off the horizon line. Begin with drawing a horizon line. Establish 2 points on the horizon line. These 2 vanishing points will always be on the horizon line. Place your 3rd vanishing point somewhere at the top or bottom. With 3 points perspective, start with a dot instead of a line. Then draw 3 converging lines towards each vanishing points from that dot. Establish the depth of your box with a dot on all 3 converging lines. Each dot has to have 3 converging lines, so add the extra converging lines. Finish the remaining structure. Repeat for all eye levels. When selecting where to place your third point, if it is not centered to the 2 points, you'll get a distortion. Placing the third point closer to an equilateral triangle will prevent distortion. If your boxes aren't drawn within that triangle, you will also end up with distortion. Lastly, you want to choose one box from each perspective drawing and make it transparent. To do this, start with each corner of your selected box and make sure that it has the appropriate amount of converging lines. Then fill in the remaining structure. Many times with perspective drawing, vanishing points are off the picture plane. This is especially common with the third point. You'll see this to be the case when drawing objects from direct observation. Your vanishing points may be a foot or more from your picture plane. The one thing I want you to take away from this exercise is being able to recognize when you're drawing something that is predominantly in first, second, or 3 points perspective. So check this out. In 1 point perspective, vertical, horizontal, and diagonal lines are all present. In 2 points perspective, no horizontal lines are present, only vertical and diagonal. And in 3 points perspective, all lines are diagonal. There are no vertical or horizontal lines present. So the next time you're drawing a still life, ask yourself, what kinds of converging lines can you see in the objects you're drawing?